attention to somebody you love previous heavy clips.
Alrighty. Good morning, good morning. How we doing, team? What's up, Christian, Ben, Johnny? What's up, Daniel, Uno, Creighton, Rito, JNT, David? So, looking kind of where we are 4 hour this week and kind of everything that's been going on. Honestly, I'm expecting a move lower today as we put in equal lows yesterday. Market came back up, respected the 1 hour inverse fair value gap. This 4 hour fair value gap that has been continuously in play this week is continuing to hold bearish. Manipulation on Wednesday from Tuesday high, midweek reversal to the downside. I'd want to see Wednesday take this high and us to go take Tuesday and Monday low that we put in equal lows. We can see I really like that we came back up, respected this inverse. Market continues to consolidate. We put in SMT, 8:30 news opens. We displaced to the downside. We put in a 5-minute fair value gap. If ES, we have kind of changing the state here on the 1 hour, this 1 hour fair value gap. If this 1 hour fair value gap continues to get ran through, which we are starting to do, I would expect a move lower today to, I believe, is this London? Asia. So I believe I want to see a move to Asia low and then a continuation to the previous week low. Looking over at ES, again, same thing. 15-minute fair value gap to the left of us is still holding bearish. I'd want to see possibly a move back up to rebalance back to this order block, maybe this 15-minute fair value gap, and then see a move lower, but continue to hold this 5-minute fair value gap and then look to see a continuation down. So what honestly I'd like to see is this internal 5-minute high, us to put in like an SMT like this, and then for us to continue lower. Move up, SMT, and then sell off. But we're going to stay patient kind of going into the open. I want to see the price action that's going to continue to be built in this range. Now that 8:30 again, we had this 8:30 news move displacing to the downside. I'd like to see us continue to build structure here, look for internal manipulation in this 5-minute fair value gap, and then look to see us roll over to the downside. So we got around 10 minutes till open. Again, I want to see a move towards the downside this morning, towards Asia low. Want to see what happens at open. I'd like to see a move higher and go take this recent high that we created once we initially rebalance to the 5-minute. We don't need to, but for me to take a confident short, I can't really take it. I don't want to take it right now. I want to let market open and let us do its thing. We could sell off at open and see a move lower. If that's the case, I just want to, again, continue to just be watching and backtesting price action. We go into the day not expecting to take a trade. We go into the day not expecting to see anything until it is right in front of our face, screaming at us to take it. So we're going to be patient. Let the market do its thing. Let's get some morning vibes on. It is a good idea to lower my size, maybe trade micros if I'm really close to my profit target. I don't want to take the risk of taking normal size loss of keep my account in a good position. I would definitely say, yeah, probably. Especially if you're trading, like, for example, a lot of the time, I like to think of it this way. If Asia is my draw on liquidity, and this is the high that we created in the morning, I want to be taking shorts in a premium. If I'm bearish, I don't want to be taking shorts in discount, right? So if I mark out this range, I want to be taking shorts here, right? I don't want to be taking shorts here. If I am taking shorts here, there has to be some sort of protected high and some sort of internal SMT for me to know there's no reason for us to go back here, right? And that's why I was saying if I'm looking to take a short, and let's say this SMT gets put in place, and then we sell back into the discount, I'm okay with doing that because I know my stop's going to be at the protected high. But I have to accept whatever the risk is going to be. Would love to see a rebalance at open. Would love to see that high somehow get taken or one of these internal highs. But it looks like we want to kind of sell off right here. We're probably going to start to see move lower. We got market open in 3 minutes here. Let's see what happens. All right, market open. 15-minute gets tapped. High gets taken. I want this to be turtle soup. Let's see if we just continue to run higher or not. In fact, this would honestly be a good starter position add. And I'm going to go ahead and actually add 2 contracts here. And the only reason is because I really just like where we are here. And my stop is going to be very tight at this recent high, because I want to see this fair value gap hold. So I'm going to enter a starter position here because this is exactly what I wanted to see already going into the open. My add of what I'm going to look to add to this position is once a fair value gap gets ran through to the downside. Again, I'm looking all the way back to Asia lows. Especially, the reason I enter so quick here, and again, I want to say this because yesterday, and I said this morning, yesterday, entering close to open, this is exactly what I already wanted to see. And this in itself is an entry, so I'm totally fine taking this as my early entry, especially if I'm only in 2 cons, and then I'll look to add to this position. I really, really like where we are here, though. Big wick coming in here. Really, really like this. So right now, just letting the market do its thing and have contracts, looking for an opportunity to add to this. Again, if you're not, this could be an add in it right here. Turtle soup, we've already displaced, stop at the high. I think this looks really, really nice. Great risk on this. Love how the 15 minutes looking. Wicked right into that 15-minute fair value gap. Took the high. Now just looking for a confident add. See if I get the opportunity to. $15-minute looks solid here. Definitely want to be in more contracts right now with how good this looks. One minute for value gap, still holding bullish. So right now, just waiting. Again, I'm not going to add unless there's a reason for me to add to this. Keep in mind, if we do want to go back, because keep in mind, 8:30 news, data highs. If we do break through this and data highs do get taken, we will put in an SMT as ES is lagging far behind NQ. And so if data highs do get taken, I'll be looking to see that SMT get put in place. And then if we run the fair value gap that gets put in on that move higher, then I'll look to re-enter. But right now, again, I still like this setup. If data highs get taken, I'll be watching. So now this fair value gap opens up bullish. If this fair value gap gets ran through to the downside, I'll enter the rest of my position. Would like to see data highs be intact here. Take this internal high and then sell back off. Right now, morning, just building this price action that's needed for the move lower. Again, for us to move lower, we must move higher first. So I want this to be morning manipulation up to the upside. You can see ES is already starting to displace lower. NQ is looking like the stronger asset. Would want to see a tick above. Would want to see a small little push above this high. Keep data highs intact. If we do go run data highs, then we'll put in the SMT. So right here, boom, high gets taken. I want this to be manipulation. I don't want to see any higher than this. I want to see data highs be left intact. ES starts to displace lower. If this fair value gap gets ran through to the downside, I will enter the rest of my position. SMT gets put in. Want to see a fast move through that fair value gap. Okay. Entered in full size. Stop is now at the protected high. And we let the market do its thing. ES is already starting to dump. Need to see that 5-minute fair value gap here get ran through. I'm not super worried about this SMT. This internal SMT shouldn't do much. The model is bearish. Already had internal manipulation here. I'm not worried about SMT at the lows. I'm very, very bearish here. Could look to take partials at this internal low. I definitely want to see towards Asia. Again, ES will take Asia before NQ does. You can look to take partials. But this wick is very, very bearish. I want to see a fat down close candle come in. I don't want to see a stop. Going to take off 4 at Asia. Keep in mind, Asia gets taken. We do have an SMT. I want to see this get ran through, though, because it aligns with weekly profile. So I don't want to see us hold here. I'll put stop at break even. And I'm just going to trust the model here. Don't want to overthink. Just let the market do its thing. Beautiful manipulation, 15-minute in the morning. Want to see this candle continue to move lower here now. 1 minute for value gap. $80 off here. Gonna leave my last contract to external sell side and just let this runner do its thing. If we want to run, we want to run. If we don't, we don't. But the 1 hour looks very, very nice. Stops at break even. I don't care. I'm not looking at my P&L. I'm simply letting my contract do its thing. If we want to run, we want to run. And I want to see us continue to dump here. 80% off, risk off. Let the runner work. We're very, very bearish. Just sitting here, fully patient. Just watching. Now this is technically the internal, which we have hit, but also this. One hour is looking nice. A lot of room to the downside. We definitely can rebalance back inside the range. Big 5-minute fair value gap just opened up. Again, don't care what market does at this point. If I get stopped at break even, I get stopped. I've already made my money. Just letting the market do its thing here. Keep in mind, midweek reversal, we have a lot of room to the downside. A lot of room through these lows. At this point in time, I stay silent because there's no need to think. Wouldn't be a terrible idea if you want to trail your stop to this high. I wouldn't want to see this high get revisited since we already came up and took this internal high, and now we have broken through and trying to hold this fair value gap as an inverse. So if you would like to trail your stop to this high, it's not a bad idea because I would not want to see this be revisited. I'd want to see us start to displace here now out of this 1 minute fair value gap. Keep in mind, macro is going to open here in 1 minute. We're already starting the early macro, but now it's 9:50 or 10:50, or actually, it's 10 a.m., sorry, 4-hour candle opens. So I'd like to see 10 a.m. continuous lower here. If this fair value gap gets ran through, we should see lower. We do need to break through it though. I do want to see a fast move because ES will take this low beforehand. If we do break through it, so far we're still holding bullish. Keep in mind we have a huge wick here on both ES and NQ. And we are at consequent encroachment. So a rebalance higher does not make sense. But I'd want to see this last push here towards external low. Aligns with the weekly profile. Equal lows resting. A lot of slow PA here. We will put an SMT in at this high if we do want to take it. So I'd like this to become soup. But keep in mind, again, Asia low has been taken. So if we do displace through this high, I do expect a buy model. So I'd want to see that imbalance continue to hold bearish. Again, I don't like the price action that's being built here. So right now, my plan basically for this is going to be this. If NQ does come up and take this high, and we do displace, I'll take my stop at break even. I'm fine with it. If we do come up, take this internal high, put it in an SMT, then displace, and we break through a fair value gap, I'll put my stop at whatever the protected high is here because we will have an SMT. So right now, I'll either get stopped at break even, or if we do come up, take this high, I will move my stop to that protected high, or hopefully we can just break through this. And there we go. It does not get much more perfect than that. All right, we got to get some W's going for that one because that was, I don't see how we can get much more better than that. Stayed calm, cool, collected. High of day to low the most perfect execution that we could possibly have, bias given in the morning, exactly every single move today called, to 15-minute high getting taken, to one tick above the SMT getting in, putting in, to the 1 minute inverse getting ran, to adding position, to seeing new lows. I don't know who else can give you this precision. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I mean, yeah. I surprise myself sometimes. Very, very nice. Very, very, very nice. I don't know what I'm up. I'm guessing I'm up like 6 or 7K. I'll check after this, but. Much love, Martin. Is midweek reversal weekly profile when it reverses off last week's bullishness? No, it's Wednesday taking Tuesday high. So when we see the bias, let me take these fucking executions off, jeez. So we can see Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Tuesday takes Monday low. At this point, it's classic expansion. When Wednesday takes Tuesday high and Tuesday, Wednesday generate liquidity, this is clear to me that it's midweek reversal, so I'm expecting a continuation lower. Thursday and Friday, I'm expecting a continuation lower. So I don't expect us to stop here. There's a lot of room to the downside. That's why I'm expecting lower. But when Wednesday comes up in a 4-hour fair value gap, high gets taken, and we have an SMT, then we displace in the overnight session to the downside, and then rebalance here, and then there's internal manipulation here. I know we're going to see a sell model. When do you consider a fair value gap broken below? Because you don't really just look at the close. It closed below, but you said it was still holding. I want to see fast. Efficiency is what I want to see. I don't want to see a baby close. I want to see fast. So like, for example, this fair value gap, it's not like we tinker like we do here, where it's like, oh, no, right? Until we get a fat candle through it is when I have the validation. That's what I'm looking for. I want it to go one tick above that high, then dump. I just can't stop laughing. Other people would think you're cheating somehow. I know. Because, okay, let's talk about this. Why do I know here, right? Data highs don't get taken. And I say, we need to see one tick above this, and this needs to be high of day. How do I know? Because in relationship to the model, this is a 15-minute fair value gap. We displaced. We've already had manipulation here. If this internal high gets taken, this is turtle soup. So I enter my full position, or my half position, once the high gets taken as the soup entry, and then I zoom in and take the internal model entry. How do I know to take the internal model entry? When there's internal manipulation. So high gets put in. I don't want to see us go higher than these internal highs, because that's all we need before we spark the move. External manipulation has happened. Soup has happened. So we build structure until what? All of these buy stops are taken. We generate and stop out as many people as we can before going lower. So I know that once these equal highs are taken and we have an SMT that verifies this as being high of day in an area in which we already expect to be high of day because we're in a sell model in relationship to the weekly profile being midweek reversal, I know we don't go higher than this. And so this is now my entry of when this fair value gap gets ran through, just for the added confirmation. This is what trading looks like. It should look like. To execution, to patience, to awareness, to calmness. This is a foundation of what it should look like. Took a different entry because equal highs, but why did you short as early as you did? Did not the whole trade, but why didn't equal highs matter to you? What equal highs? The data highs, because they don't need to get taken. And I said too, if they do get taken, because they could, and then if they have an SMT, I'll re-enter. But this is what I need right here. All I need is this high to get taken for me to enter. This high. Because this is the generated liquidity high, which is turtle soup. We displace. We have a massive 15-minute fair value gap. If we generate all of this sell side liquidity and go up and take this internal high, and then we have an internal SMT, I'm expecting a move to go back, again, in the sell model, which was drawn this morning. I'll do you one better. The tick high Judas Open was right on opening range gap with bodies closing inside of it. People say the market isn't ran by a fucking algorithm. How is this possible then? You tell me. And actually, data highs was fucking taken. This is the 8:30 candle. So data highs was taken. Which makes this even more algorithmic. All right, guys, I'm hopping off. No reason for me to really be on the market anymore. I'm going to go check my P&L and let you guys know what it is. The only reason I don't do it on stream is because I don't want to leak my account balance and my account number. So, alrighty, guys, enjoy your day. Let's fucking go, Martin. Beast. Fantastic day. I will see you all in the charting session. We'll run it through. We'll go over it. Enjoy the rest of your morning. Enjoy the rest of your day. Go take the next 10, 15 minutes, go journal. And I will see you all tonight. Peace out, guys.